It's the end of the world as we know it. Ah, crap, I can't sing at all. Hey guys, Low Tier for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. So, Cybernetic Horizon, we finally got some leaks. I was really looking forward to seeing the leaks for Cybernetic Horizon because we knew nothing about this freaking set until today. Well, technically last night, I guess. But I've been really looking forward to this, seeing what we're going to get in here. Really cool things from what we've seen so far. I can't freaking wait for this set now. And it's for a multitude of reasons. So first and foremost, we do got to go over, there's a new rarity. It's called Extra Secret Rare. And it comes with, it's basically the secret rare foiling over the entire card art, and it looks an awful lot like Parallel Rarity to me. I don't know, it just looks like Parallel or oh yeah, you know what this really reminds me of? Those horrible fakes that just put foiling all over the card, and it looks disgusting. But so we're getting this. It's called the 20th Secret Rare Extra Secret Rare foiling with red name text. I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know if it's also gonna have this annoying sticker there, but it's called Extra Secret Rare. Has red text and then just the foiling plastered all over the thing. I gotta see this in real life to really be able to have a full idea of whether I like it or not. But I'm not gonna hold out my hopes because Konami has made it very apparent they do not care about the other rarities. Japan still has Ghost Rares. Japan still has Ultimate Rares in their main set, and now they're also getting this. There's a good chance we won't be getting this. Why? Well, because according to reports I've read, one of the factories closed down or something, and that's why we don't have Ultimates and Ghosts anymore. I've also heard it's because Konami's been incredibly cheap and doesn't want to print really cool rarities for us over here in TCG. Yeah, I have a big qualm with that theory, in that they still do it for OCG, so yeah, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's the factory thing that I read about. So yeah, there's a good chance we aren't getting this types of rarity, which really does suck. I like this new rarity a lot. Well, I like it from what I see here, but I gotta see it in person. I'm probably going to actually end up buying a couple cards in this rarity from Japan just so that I can have it for collection purposes and so I can see what it looks like IRL. Anyways, so moving on. Oh boy. So Demise, King of Armageddon, one of the most infamous ritual monsters in the game, who just had a whole freaking format around him where it was called Demise OTK. You just blew up everything, a swung for game with a bunch of damage. Really stupid format. Is now getting a freaking archetype around it, and it's really awesome. So, fan favorite Demise, King of Armageddon. Now we're getting Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. He's level 10 Dark Ritual Fiend monster. 3k attack, 3k defense. Really good stats all around. Level 10 is a bit of an awkward level to work with for rituals, but oh well. And you can ritual summon this card with Endless of the World. That's also not too relevant because since he's treated as Demise, King of Armageddon while on the hand or on the field, you can also summon him with End of the World, which is pretty cool. While this card is ritual summon card is in the monster zone, ritual monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, which is pretty nice. Because then, of course, well, you don't have to worry about this guy being ran over in battle or your other rituals being ran over in battle. Really nice in general. And then, if this card was ritual summoned using only ritual monsters, you do not pay life points for his effects. And what's his effect? Once per turn, you can pay 2,000 life points, destroy as many other cards on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each destroyed card they controlled. So this is a straight up upgrade of the original Demise, King of Armageddon's effect. Like, literally, it's the exact same life point cost, same general thing, except now it also does damage to your opponent. And thanks to his other effect, if you summon him using only rituals, he's now also, you don't have to pay life points for that. You can just pop everything and burn your opponent. Really stupid. I like that a lot. He's a pretty cool card. He's going to be your main boss monster. And combined with Ruin, Graceful Queen of Oblivion, he makes for a terrifying threat. Well, the duo makes for a terrifying threat. So, Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. Sorry, Graceful Queen of Oblivion. 2,900 attack, 3k defense, level 10 as well. You can ritual summon this card with Endless of the World. This card's name is treated as Ruin, Queen of Oblivion, while in the hand or on the field. While this ritual summon card is in the monster zone, ritual monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, including your own. So if you have these two out, not only does he protect everybody from being destroyed by battle, but she protects everybody from being destroyed by card effects, and she protects all of your monsters from being destroyed by him. I like that a lot. This is really, really, really mean. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get them both out together, but it's going to be something people are going to be trying to do. If this card is ritual summoned using only ritual monsters, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. And then if this card destroys a monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that destroyed monster's attack. Okay, so I'm a bit mixed on this because obviously, due to their second effects, you generally want to try and get these two out on the field together. And generally speaking, you're going to use Demise, Demise's effect to pop everything to then, well, be able to swing directly for game. And yeah, see, the burning, the Fang Man effect is nice, but it's it kind of conflicts with the big guys. Now, I will be saying this: it is nice for if you can't get out Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon. It's nice that she can clear the board and put on the pressure with the damage. Really, really nice cards here. Very, very powerful. I like them a lot. Moving on, they're getting little versions of them as well, which I don't know if it's supposed to be younger versions of them or just followers of them. I don't know. So Demise, Fiend of Armageddon. I'm upset they didn't call this Prince of Armageddon. I mean, King of Armageddon, Prince of Armageddon, kind of goes together, but Fiend of Armageddon I guess works too. Level 4, Dark Fiend Ritual Effect Monster, 1,800 attack, 1,000 defense. This card's name is treated as Demise, King of Armageddon, while in the hand or on the field. If this card's ritual summon, destroy one face-up monster on the field. That is not optional. So if you summon this guy by himself and there's no other monsters on the field, he has to pop himself. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one face-up ritual monster control. While that monster is face-up on your field, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to your ritual monster's effects activations. So, that is anytime it is sent to the graveyard, and once you target that ritual monster, it is a permanent effect until that monster, well, either gets put face-up or removed from the field. So, ritual summon either of these two, and then Fool's Burial this guy, targeting your dude, preferably Demise, King of Armageddon, and then, hey, now your opponent can't negate his effect and nuke the board. I really, really like this. Very, very cool effect. I like it how it triggers off of anything. There just needs to get more ways to get them in the graveyard. And then Ruin does kind of the same name, so kind of the same thing. She's treated as Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. You can summon her off of Endless of the World. If this card is ritual summoned, you can activate this effect. Activate this effect, again, not optional. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. And if she's sent to the graveyard, target a face-up ritual you control. While it's face-up on your field, when a ritual monster you control declares an attack, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. So it turns your rituals into Ancient Gears, which is really, really nice. And obviously you're mainly going to want to put that on Ruin, because then you don't have to worry about her getting Mirror Force or something. Well, you don't have to worry about that anyways, but, you know, something other than just normal Mirror Force. Anyways, moving on. So they're getting a field spell. Break of the World. Field spell. I already said that. Once per turn, you can target one ritual monster you control. Reveal one ritual monster in your hand. And if you do, for the rest of the turn, keep it revealed and have its level become the targeted monster's level. So, basically, you target a ritual you control. So, I don't know, one of these two. And then you reveal the Super Demise. Okay? Well, he is now level 4, which means you can now tribute off the little Demise for the Super Demise, and there you go. Full use of their effects and stuff. I like it. It's a nice little thing. And then once per turn, if Ruin, Queen of Oblivion, and or Demise, King of Armageddon is ritual summoned, you can activate one of these effects, draw one card, or destroy one card on the field. Obviously, most people are going to draw to one card, so they get some, resources back. My biggest issue with Break of the World is that it doesn't have a graveyard effect or a destruction effect or anything. Because obviously, you're going to be using good old Demise's effect to pop everything to go for the OTKs. And yet, it's nice that this thing, sets up for that or gives you immediate advantage off of that. But however, I would have liked for it to have some kind of graveyard effect or something, like maybe banish it from the graveyard, search out a ritual spell, you know, something like that, because it getting destroyed and then being pointless after that is kind of annoying, but this card is pretty good overall. Next up is the brand new ritual spell, Endless of the World. Now, before I talk about this card itself, I just want to point out that this card, you can clearly see Divine Grace Norflenko, or however you pronounce her name, underneath the city. I guess she's like fixing it or something. So we might see Divine Grace get a retrain as well, unless that's just freaking Ruined Queen of Oblivion, and I'm getting misinformed here. I'm pretty sure it's Divine Grace. I'm actually going to search that up. While that loads, let's go ahead and talk about the card itself. This card is used to ritual summon Ruined Queen of Oblivion or Demise, King of Armageddon. Tribute monsters who you control, whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the Ruined Queen of Oblivion or Demise, King of Armageddon. You ritual summon, and then after that, ritual summon it from your hand. I mean, you know, pretty standard ritual effect here. Except one thing, which I'll get to here in a minute. During your main phase, except to turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle this card from your graveyard into the deck, add one End of the World from your deck to your hand, then you can add one Ruined Queen of Oblivion or Demise, King of Armageddon from your graveyard to your hand. So, I got a few qualms with this card. You have to tribute stuff you control. It can search out End of the World, which is pretty nice, but it only works with Ruined Queen of Oblivion or the real or Demise, King of Armageddon, the originals, by adding them from your graveyard to your hand. Why only the originals? The new ones do not are not treated as the originals while in the graveyard. This seems so incredibly counterproductive. Now, yes, I get it. They're trying to encourage you to play the old cards, and that's nice. You know, I hate it when like new stuff comes out and you can't play the old cards. But you should still be able to use all of the cards. This is going to be one cloggy as hell deck if you're going to have to play a bunch of ritual monsters that have no like hand advantage or hand effects or anything like that. And the reason why I bring that up is because only one deck has been able to successfully play almost nothing but ritual monsters, and that was Necros. Now, it was all because they had the dual utility of having a hand effect and a field effect. These do not. So, basically, trying to get us to play nothing but rituals is going to be rather stupid. Now, of course, there are cards in here that aren't directly part of the Demise deck, but it's pretty much implied that you should be playing it because this is a 6 and this is a 4, and they summon themselves. We'll get to them here in a minute. But still, this bugs me so much. Okay, so I also want to check if that is indeed Divine Grace. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Divine Grace Norflenko. Divine Grace. Darn it, it's not. That looks so much like her, unless that's a retrain of her that we don't have yet. But I'm pretty sure that is... Okay, so that is indeed Maroon. Okay, I'm an idiot. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm a bit mixed on Endless of the World. It is nice that it has a pre-prep effect, or heck, even just a prep effect. And it is nice that it's just another ritual spell for the deck. And you can pre-prep it, if I'm correct, because it does have Ruined Queen of Oblivion and Demise, King of Armageddon specifically listed in the name. So that's going to be useful. But I'm still feeling rather mixed on this. Anyways, moving on. Return of the World. You can only use one effect among the first and second effects with this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So you can only use each effect once per turn as a hard once per turn. And this card is really good overall. Like, oh my god, Xenobirds are going to love this card. So, Return of the World, continuous trap card. You can only use, I already went over that. When this card resolves, banish a ritual monster from your deck. You can send this card to the graveyard, activate one of these effects. Ritual summon the ritual monster banished by this card's effect, first effect, either by tributing one monster from your hand, or whose levels equal or exceed that banished monsters, or by shuffling in the deck one ritual monster from your graveyard, whose levels equal or exceed that banished monsters. Or you can add that monster banished by this card's effect to your hand. So, now why would this be really good in Xenobirds? Well, because in Xenobirds, you're oftentimes going to be using trade-in. If I remember right, the Xenobird, the Xenobarons, they're level 8, if I remember right. I'm going to, like, double check. Yeah, they're level 8. So, now you can actually have an incentive to play trade-in. in that deck, which means you can pitch one, draw a few cards, set this, activate it, banish one of your Shino Barons, and then your opponent does their stuff, you use this thing's effect, send it to the graveyard, shuffle back the one you pitched to the graveyard of trade-in, special summon the one from your banish zone, use its effect. If it's Shino Baron, Peacock, you're going to get to bounce a few monsters back to the hand, which is obviously the better one, so you can just, troll your opponent and not let them do anything. Or if it's Shino Baroness, you're going to get to shuffle back 3 spells or traps. Really, really good card. There used to be not really many good ways of summoning the Shino Barons during your opponent's turn. Now you have a really good one. And then, of course, this is also just really good for ritual decks in general. Like, even not just this one, which, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. This is not the greatest deck for this card, but ritual decks in general, especially Shino Birds, are going to freaking love this card. Like, imagine summoning a Herald during your opponent's turn, in case, like, the first one dies or something. Stuff like that. This is really, really good. It kind of sucks as a trap, though, because that's going to take a while. But I don't mind. It's a really good card. I can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans people have with this. And then we get to the Devi Ritual monsters. Now, obviously, their names are going to be changed because Devil can't be in the card name. But Devi Ritual Talismandra and Devi Ritual Candle. Oh, I just got that pun. That's not funny. Darn it, Konami. So, Talismandra. Level 6 Dark Plant effect monster, this dude over here. Attack 0, defense 0. You can only use each effect once per turn. This card's name, it's a hard once per turn for both effects. You can reveal 1 ritual monster from your hand, special summon both discard from your hand, and 1 Devi ritual monster except himself from your deck. If this card is special summoned from the deck, you can add 1 ritual monster from your deck to your hand. You cannot special summon monsters from the extract, which is really only applied while it's out on the field, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. Then we get Devi Ritual Candle, the other Devi Ritual monster we know about. I don't know if we're going to get other ones in this set, but it'd be kind of cool and see this as like a mini support archetype for ritual decks out there. So Devi Ritual Candle does the same thing, but reveals a ritual spell. When he is summoned from the deck, you get to add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and then, of course, you can't be, you can't summon from the extra deck. So this is really nice. They revealed a thing that they searched to summon themselves, and then they summon out another Devi Ritual from the deck, and then that Devi Ritual searches out the thing that they can reveal to special summon. Really, really good cards in general. I don't think we're going to get a full mini archetype for the Devi Rituals because, well, you got a ritual monster and a ritual spell here, unless, like, they do, like, I don't know, a series of, like, 4 different ones or something, each with that same thing. Now then, moving on to the other legacy support, the stuff I'm sure most people are super, super excited for. Dragunity Escalon. And as soon as I read Escalon, I immediately thought of High School DxD, because Escalon is the sword that the main character gets that, like, kills dragons, so I don't know. Oh god, I haven't watched that show in forever. So, Dragunity Escalon, seems like the rumors of Dragunity's getting support in this set is true. 3,300 attack, 2,200 defense. It's a level 10 Dragon Synchro effect monster. Level 10. Let me be honest right off the bat. From my experience with Dragunities, anything higher than level 8 is not easy for this deck to make. So I'm kind of iffy on that, like, to be completely honest. So this is not going to be the easiest monster to summon, especially under Master Roll 4. This deck really needs a freaking Link monster, but I digress. It needs a Dragunity tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters. You can only use this second effect with this card's name once per turn, so it's a hard once per turn for the second effect. First effect, you can banish Dragunity monsters from your graveyard, and target a monster your opponent controls, banish that monster. If this Synchro Summon monster is in its owner's control, it's destroyed by an opponent's big card. By battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Dragunity Synchro monster of 3,000 or less attack from your extra deck. This effect is treated as a Synchro Summon. So, 2 things. First and foremost, that first effect is not a once per turn, not even a hard once per turn. You can just banish a Dragunity monster from your graveyard and then banish a monster your opponent controls. That's really, really good. And I've seen some people ban it, like bash this effect. Like, oh, why would you want to banish your Dragunities? Dragunities, once they hit the graveyard, outside of Phalanx, do not matter. They just do not matter. Dragunities have no way of recursion from the graveyard outside of like Phalanx and freaking Leviathan. So, and nobody plays Leviathan. So, although this might encourage people to play Leviathan because he's level 8, so him plus a Phalanx equals, well, a Scalon. So, you just banish your Dragunities you don't care about anymore from your graveyard, which is pretty much anything that's not a tuner or named Phalanx, and then you just banish your opponent's stuff. This is not a once per turn, it's not a hard once per turn, any sensitive imagination, so then you're just able to just wipe out your opponent's board. You're banishing their monsters, so you don't have to worry about them coming back or anything, and yeah, just really good effect overall. The second effect is also really good. So not only do you get to bring back any of your Dragunity synchros from your extract, but it's treated as a synchro summon, which is really, really cool. Now, obviously, the first thing people are going to think, oh, Fazriana, you can just bring out Fazriana. Well, there's other Dragunity synchros. There's Guy Bog, there's Guy Durg, there's the one that nobody ever gets to summon but is really good that I can't remember. It's like Trident, I think. And then there's the big one that can that gains a crap ton of attack power for every Dragunity on the field. Obviously that one's not as important, but like something like freaking Trident is stupid for free too. Like, oh my god. And then like getting to summon out the other ones also for free. Really, really great. This card is really, really good overall. But however, I still have some qualms with it. Again, mostly it's level and the fact that this deck still needs a freaking Link monster rather desperately. Also, it just hit me, but this thing looks a lot like Phalanx from Shadow Colossus. Just want to point that out. And then we got Cyber Dragon Seeker. I don't know why this is in, I forget what these are called. Brackets. But, hey, whatever. So, Cyber Dragon Seeker, he's a Link 2 Light Machine Effect monster. Attack 2100, Link arrows middle left and bottom center. Okay, so right off the bat, my biggest issue with this card, before I even get to his effect, is his arrows. Konami, stop giving Legacy Support Link monsters crappy arrows. You did this with the Hero Link monster, and you're doing it again with the freaking Cyber Dragon Link monster. These old, extra deck reliant, extra deck focused decks that you killed off of links need good links with good link arrows. Just stop. Move this over to the right, move this down. There you go. This card would have been fine. I don't even care about his effect. Just, you know, move this over, move this down. There you go. But no, you just had to freaking give us... This angers me so much. I hate this. Okay? This right here. It's just like that freaking top and up down freaking bull crap with freaking extra link whatever his thing. I can't remember, the Hero Link monster. I'm not happy about that. Anyways, needs 2 machine monsters, including at least 1 Cyber Dragon. You can only use this thing's second effect once per turn with this card's name on it, so it's a hard once per turn, not that it matters. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it's face up on the field or in the graveyard. Cool, nice. Okay, during the battle phase, if this card has not yet declared an attack, quick effect, you can target 1 machine monster you control with 2100 or more attack. That monster gains 2100 attack and defense. Also, neither player takes battle damage from battles involving this card. These changes last until the end of the turn. So, really nice effect, I'll be honest, okay? I've seen some people being like, oh, this doesn't search Power Bond, this doesn't do this doesn't do that. What this does is it helps with the OTK. Cyber Dragons have a million different ways to OTK. This just makes it that much easier. So, okay, you target your good old Cyber Twin Dragon or your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. It's got 2100 or more attack. Check. Okay, it's got 2100 more attack. Like, okay. Normal summon. Okay, so here's as a play. I'm coming up right off the top of my head. Normal summon, the machine dupe target core. Search of something. Okay, cool. Machine dupe out 2 Cyber Dragons. Linkage into this dude, and then hope you have another Cyber Dragon in hand, which shouldn't be too hard. Oh yeah, that's right. You just searched out the 1 card. So you searched off a core the Cyber Repair Plant. Activate Cyber Repair Plant. Add another Cyber Dragon to hand. Activate Power Bond. Fuse for Chimera Tech Dragon with 2 of the dudes. The Rampage Dragon in particular. You know, fusion summon for him. And then pop 2 cards. He's got 4200 attack. Gave him 2100 more with Cyber Dragon Seeker. You just now got a 6300 beater who can attack 3 times. So, yeah. Yeah. I like that. Just go for the OTK even more. It just helps is really the big thing. I do gotta say one other thing real quick. There better be other Cyber Dragon support in here, just like how there better be other Dragunity Knight support. These are both nice cards for their respective archetypes, but these archetypes need more. They're so, well, especially Dragunities and even more so with Cyber Dragons. These decks need as much support as they can get. Thank you, Master Rule 4. We could have avoided all of this if it wasn't for you. Thank you, Konami. Okay, moving on. There's one other card that got revealed this morning that nobody's talked about because, well, it's gotten revealed so late. And that's World Legacy Mekk. God, I hate the puns. Okay. So, before we get into this, this is a World Legacy card, and I am obsessed with the lore for this, this whole series. And we get a little bit of a flashback to before the time was destroyed. I mean, before the world was destroyed, and we see what I presume are ancient humans and elves, apparently, building the Mekk Knights. Which is pretty cool. I like that. It's really cool. We get a bit more lore and stuff. And this card actually really helps out Mekk Knights. It's kind of weird how they gave World Shots a bunch of support, dropped them off the face of the earth. They gave Crawlers a bunch of support, dropped them off the face of the earth. And then Mekk Knights, because they're actually somewhat popular, they're giving more support even more now. So, it's a quick play spell card. Spell summon a Mekk Knight from your a Mekk Knight monster from your hand or deck in face-up defense position, but it is returned to the hand during the end phase. You cannot spell summon monsters except Mekk Knight monsters for this turn, and of course you can only activate this card once per turn. It is a quick play though. So what I really like this card for is not only does it give the deck more spam ability, but it doesn't negate the effects or anything of this deck. So not only that, but also because it's a quick play, you got all sorts of shenanigans. So just for during your turn, you can summon out Purple Nightfall to use as effect to search. You can summon out I don't know, Crimson Lotus or whatever he's called, Crimson Dawn. Pop a card, or the yellow one whose name escapes me right now to pop a card. You can do that. That's pretty cool. I like that. But I feel like its applications actually more so revolve around during the opponent's turn. Okay, so why am I saying this? So the Mekk Knight spells and traps, the 3 continuous spells and traps, I should say, all negate monster spells or traps, depending on which one you're talking about, that are activated in the same column as a Mekk Knight. So let's say your opponent activates the Raigeki, okay, and they know that you got the dude at the trap card out that negates spell cards, so they purposely activate it in a zone that your Mekk Knights are not into. So because the trap cards and the spell card negate at the resolution, you can chain this card, summon. Best target would be during your opponent's turn, Indigo. Summon it to the zone, the column where Raigeki's being played. It resolves backwards. Raigeki gets negated. Okay, now your opponent tries to do something else. You can use Indigo's effect to move them to another zone to negate another card. Really good card overall. I like this. It's got a lot of utility. I feel like it's going to be a 3 of easy for this deck, and I really like it. It's such a good card. So guys, that is it for the good old Cybernetic Horizon reveals. Oh yeah, and then we also, it looks like the cover card is an enhanced version of good old Cybernetic Wizard, or Cyberus Wizard I should say, who was a terrible card in general. So guys, that's a video. What do you guys think of Cybernetic Horizon? From the first look of it, I think the set looks to be pretty good so far. A lot of legacy support. The Demise archetype looks pretty great as well. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.